I know many of you are already a gyroscope player, and many of you are just a beginner. Worry not. GG Bro is here to help you guys understand and use the gyroscope properly. So let's start the video without wasting any time. Number 1. Settings. First of all, you guys have to enable gyroscope. To enable gyroscope, go to Settings and then go to Sensitivity. Here, you can see 3 options related to the gyroscope. When set to off, your gyroscope will not work. When set to scope on, your gyroscope will only work when your scope is on. That can be any scope like red dot, 3x, 4x, 8x, etc. The gyroscope will not work when you are hip firing or shooting without the scope on. When set to always on, your gyroscope will work always, which means you can use the gyroscope in hip fire or scope on sprays. If you're new to the gyroscope, I suggest starting with always on. It might feel a bit overwhelming at first, but trust me, with some practice, it will give you a big advantage in both close-range fights and long-range fights. So I will recommend you to keep this setting always on, which will help you to learn both scope on and always on gyroscopes at the same time. You can practice both together and learn easily. Number 2, sensitivity. All right, let's start with a normal sensitivity. You just need to set these sensitivity settings, TPP, no scope. This sensitivity setting controls your TPP camera when you are not using any scopes like this. I will recommend you start with low sensitivity like 75%. Now come to this place and try to switch aim between these targets without swiping your fingers. Just try to control it with a gyroscope. If you feel high or low sensitivity, try to adjust based on your comfort. If you are feeling low sensitive, try to increase the sensitivity to 100. If you feel highly sensitive, try to lower it to 50%. Just practice here. You may not feel comfortable or your aim may not be on target, but don't worry, keep practicing, and you will definitely see some results within a week. Let's move on to the scope sensitivities. Here you can see different sensitivities for different scopes. For example, I will explain to you 3x scope. As a beginner, you should start with a lower sensitivity. Just adjust it to 100. You can adjust this setting based on your comfort. Maintain some distance and try to spray and control your recoil without swiping your finger on the screen. Just control it with the gyroscope. I know you may not be able to control it because it's new for you. Just keep practicing. These practices will not help you in the game. Let's start the real practice. Number 3, the practice. Practicing on dummies can be somehow helpful for beginners, but once you understand how gyroscopes work, you need to start practicing on moving objects. So come to Cheer Park and start practicing here for hip fire and red dot practice. Once you're comfortable, jump into some TDM matches to test your skills with real enemies. Don't worry if it feels awkward at first. Building muscle memory takes time, but with consistent practice, you'll get used to it and improve your aim even better. Believe me, guys, it's really effective when you follow my instructions as I explain them. Follow my instructions for 1 week and come back to this video and share your improvements in the comments. I will be very happy to read those comments. Number 4, common mistakes. Now let's talk about some common mistakes beginners make with the gyroscope and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, using high sensitivity at the beginning. You might notice some players using maxed sensitivity settings, and you might want to do the same. However, maximizing your sensitivity to the highest level is a common mistake that beginners make, especially when they're just starting to learn how to use the gyroscope. Mistake number 2, inconsistent phone alignment. The gyroscope completely depends on your phone or tablet's alignment. Ensure that your phone alignment is consistent. Keep your device flat and steady, especially during long gaming sessions. This will help maintain accurate aiming. Mistake number 3, not customizing sensitivity settings. Every player's comfort level with the gyroscope is different. Beginners often stick with default settings, but customizing your sensitivity can significantly enhance your control and accuracy. Experiment with different settings to find what works best for you. Mistake number 4. Depending on gyroscope. Depending on the gyroscope and not using your finger for aiming can be a big mistake for beginners. Depending on it too much can be a mistake. It's important to use a combination of touch controls and gyroscope movements to maintain balance and flexibility in different combat situations. You may see some players using only a gyroscope without their fingers to control the aim. But copying them can't make you a professional player. You are in a beginner position or in an intermediate position, so keep improving from time to time. Number 5. Advanced tips and tricks of the gyroscope. At this point, I will explain some advanced tips and tricks to improve your gyroscope even more and take your gameplay to the next level. And become a real master of gyroscopes, here I will cover advanced recoil control trick, advanced gyroscope sensitivity, head connect trick, crosshair placement trick, scope on head trick, car spray, and some more important tips and tricks that will make you master of gyroscope, but in my next video. So subscribe to the GG Bro and turn on the bell icon to watch that advanced gyroscope video before everyone. See you in that video. Happy gaming.